Very popular comedian in the 1920s, 1930s, Billy Bennett. As one of his monologues, it's called Little Nell. Nell was a collier's daughter, innocent, sweet 16. Shall I tell you the story of Nellie? I'll try to keep it clean. Nell was a collier's daughter with coal-black daddy so fine. At the end of the day, to the theatre he'd stray, to forget the dark toil of the mine. One day, up in the gallery with some of the lads, they started to quarrel a bit. It wasn't his shift, but they gave him a lift, and the miner went down in the pit. Years have rolled by since it happened. Time healed the widow's pain. Nell's ma fell in love with an engineer, and the girl's mother married again. Now Nell is an engineer's daughter. She'd take him his midday meal. One day little Nell got excited, for his waggler got caught in a wheel. He was plucked from the ground, spun round, and poor little Nell started shrieking. He came down with a smack on the front of his back, and his oil can started leaking. Years have rolled by since it happened. Time healed the widow's pain. Nell's ma fell in love with a diver, and the girl's mother married again. Now Nell is a diver's daughter. He used to walk under the
ships.
No. Nell's a diver's daughter. He walked round the bed of the ocean. No, he used to walk under the ships. I was right the first time, yes. Walk round.
I told you.
Walk round on the bed of the ocean and tread on the fishes and chips. But mother and he, they could never agree. They would quarrel for hours and hours. Once he called her a dog, and she up with her clog. Next came a coach filled with flowers. Years have rolled by since it happened. Time healed the widow's pain. Nell's ma fell in love with a bookmaker, and the girl's mother married again. Now Nell is a bookmaker's daughter. She's buxom and all in full bloom. She's useful to Dad on the racecourse, parking betting slips in her bosom. But Daddy was not a long liver, for though he was strong as a haddock, that's the only thing that rhymes. Particularly strong thing. He finished life's course being kicked by a horse between his grandstand and his paddock. Years have rolled by since it happened. Time healed the widow's pain. Nell's ma fell in love with a plumber, and the girl's mother married again. Now Nell is a plumber's daughter. Nell is a plumber's lass. One day she ran to fetch her dad when she smelt an escape of gas. Dad came home, went up the steps, through the front door, down the passage and up the stairs with a lighted match, singing Granny's song at twilight. There was hell of a crack, and Dad came back through the next door neighbour's skylight. Years have rolled by since it happened. Time healed the widow's pain. Nell's ma fell in love with a baker, and the girl's mother married again. Now Nell is a baker's daughter, a loafer from way down east. As sure as the sun sinks down in the west, his bread would rise in the yeast. One day, he sat on his hot plate, and it could have been a shade or two colder. He got 3 stripes for his bravery, a long way from his shoulder. Years have rolled by since it happened, but you've heard that all before. Now Nell fell in love with a sailor, and she married that jolly Jack Tar. He had eyes of blue, he was 72, but you know what sailors are. Now this sailor had a son called John, 25 years old, and very strange to say, he fell in love with Nell's mother and married her straight away. Now Nell is her mother's own mother, and her father becomes her own son, and her sister's first child is her uncle-in-law, and her granny's a son of a gun. Thank you.